We're gonna do some brush care and brush prep. I'm gonna use a number 10. The first thing you wanna do is get the packing material out of the hairs of your brush. So I'm gonna use something that is lint-free. In this case, it's a soft landing 4-square. And just break the packing material up with that thing that's lint-free. You do not wanna actually use your fingers because you should never, ever touch the hairs of your brush with your fingers. Did I say it never enough times for you to understand? All right, good. So never touch with the fingers. We're breaking up the packing material. Kind of fan it out, and if you look really close, it kind of looks like your brush has a little bit of dandruff. See that dandruff in there? You want to get that out using a little bit of liquid. You only want to use one type of liquid in your brush. For this brush, I'm going to happen to use retention. The back of your brush is a really handy way to create a pour spout in the seal of your liquid so that you don't make a mess, because you really shouldn't be breaking that open with your nails, right? And then I'm going to touch the jug to the ferrule of the brush. The ferrule is the silver part. Make sure the brush is touching. Tip it up so that the liquid pours down into the dappen dish. And I don't want very much liquid. I'm gonna take the brush side to side, still touching the jug, and then pull away so that none spills. Press the brush all the way into the liquid. And then using whatever you have that's lint-free, wipe the brush out to remove the rest of the packing material. Once you've done that, flare the brush out a little bit and check for dandruff. I still have a little bit of what looks like dandruff, which means I still have a little bit of packing material. So I'm going to go back in and work the brush into the liquid, wipe out the excess, come back in and clean the brush out. And don't be afraid to set the brush down and kind of work it side to side, really pulling that packing material out. You can also use your fingers on the other side of your lint-free whatever to work that packing material out. Just make sure your skin doesn't come into contact with the hairs. Then you want to flare it out and check for dandruff. I think we're good. I'm not seeing any dandruff anymore, so we're good to go. Put a little bit of liquid back in there. Shape the brush to your preferred shape. If you want to use a round brush, shape it round. If you prefer a little more oval end, shape it oval. If you prefer a little more square end, shape it a little more square. Once you have the brush shaped the way that you like it, it's ready to use. For brush care, it needs to be stored flat and covered, ideally in a brush case of some sort. The reason you want it flat and covered is to keep dust out of it. It does not want to be straight up and down in your pencil case or behind your ear or in your lamp springs, because what happens is everything that's in the brush settles down into the ferrule, and then when you tip the brush back up to use it again, it's going to come down out of there and into the nail, which can cause contamination. Also, if we're kind of tucking it behind our ear, hanging it in the lamp springs, we got it in a pencil cup, everything that's in the air in the salon collects in the hairs of the brush. Think about when you come back into the salon, especially if there's hair going on in your salon, and you cleaned your nail table down at the end of the day, it's totally ready to go. When you come back in Monday or Tuesday morning, it's a little ooey. It's got some pieces of hair on it. You can feel kind of a sticky texture to it, because hair floats everywhere. So does hairspray, so does spray gel, so does spray everything. So your brush should always be stored flat and covered. And then that will help your brushes last and last and last. You shouldn't have to replace them very frequently. I hope that helps with brush care.